Hi everyone, welcome back to the Self-Sufficient Homestead. My name is Tanya Milan and today we're going to review a product. Now, I found this product in the shop and I thought to myself, shall I buy it, shall I not? Price point was on special 479 Rand. It's normally just over 500 Rand. And I used to buy these small little choppers, but they would not last. But it was not this brand, it was different brands. So I thought, shall I spend the money on this one? Let's see. So I brought it home. It's called an OXO chopper. And this is what it looks like. Now, it's got a little plunger here at the top. And then it's got the area where you've got your vegetables in, a lid at the bottom, which can take off. And I'll show you why just now. Opens up like this. And you've got a protector here, which also acts as part of the mechanism, and you can take it off, and there is your blade. Now, the blade is what drew me to this little chopper because it's not a blade that spins in circles with wings. It is a solid type of blade, and the blade's position changes all the time. So we are going to check now today what it does, and I'll give you my opinion on this little chopper. Something else, if you want to put it away and you don't have enough space, you can just lock it into position and it's much smaller. Before we chop, the material it's made of, it feels pretty durable. With the other choppers, if you do this, you can feel, but there's some instability there. And if you're maybe going to do a carrot, something hard, then you struggle to do it. And that's where it ends up breaking. It's the hard vegetables that breaks your chopper. But I've been using this now for a few days, and I must tell you, I absolutely love it. I'm so glad I spent the money on this little thing. So let's see what it does with different kinds of vegetables. I've got some cucumber here. I've got a hard carrot. I've got a soft tomato, which is nearly done by its due date. I've got an onion, and I've got some cabbage. Let's see what happens with the different things. Now, I told you I was going to tell you about this little lid. You've got an option to put the vegetables inside of this with your little lid at the bottom, and then you put your chopper on and you start chopping. Or what I like a lot is you can take this little lid off and you can just do it directly. Oh, I've locked it. Let me just unlock it. You can do it directly on your chopping board. Now, this is very convenient for me because I don't want to be chopping just little bits. Obviously, it has a capacity, but it's so much more user-friendly if I do take the little lid off at the bottom. So let's start with something really soft. And cucumber it will be. I'll chop it in different ways. So I've got some round ones and I've got some halved ones. So let's see what this little chopper does with the round cucumber. Okay, how fine do we want it? This is pretty fine already, but let's see if it can go any finer than that. Look how beautiful that is. So with the circles of cucumbers, like thick slices, it worked pretty well. Let's check the half cucumbers. Okay. Exactly the same. I see I have a little piece here still, so let's do it again. And everything is nicely chopped. Now, if I had to do this by hand, this would have taken me much longer. So I am already very impressed just by chopping cucumbers. What will it do with a carrot? Now, we all know that carrots are really hard, and this is where my previous one broke. My previous different types of choppers, different brands, it just wasn't cutting it. Excuse the pun. Right, let's go. Look at that. The carrot's nicely chopped. I can tell you, while I was chopping a very hot carrot, that I didn't feel any strain on the plunger. I didn't feel any strain on the plastic at all. It's as if it was doing it really, really easily. We've got some more carrots to chop, so let's put 2 pieces and we'll see what it does with 2. So 2 is a little bit more difficult in the beginning, but it doesn't stop, it keeps going. No problems at all. You can see if you put a bit more in the beginning, you'll have to just do smaller plunges just to get it going, and then it goes, which was fantastic. Right, what shall we do next? Let's do the cabbage. Now this we're going to cut into smaller pieces because it's too wide to go into that hole. Let's see what it does, because cabbage is not the easiest thing always to cut nicely. Okay, let's go. So I have to pull the plunger up, the first 2 plunges. Oh wow, look at that. Perfect for cabbage salad. There's like this little piece still left, but I'll do that in the next plunge. Okay. Wow, this is fantastic. And so easy. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm just going to separate this because Katie wants salad. So we'll just put it in there. We don't want to add tomato to this salad, I think. Look how vibrant and beautiful. And look how beautifully this is chopped. So, so easy. Let's try an onion next. Onions is something that I really have to chop fine in our house. One of my kids, Durant, does not like the texture of fried onions if they are not soft. So to save myself some time, I have to chop it really, really fine. And that takes time. And then I will start crying because onions make you cry. So let's see what this one does. I've chopped it into quarters. And we are going to try this now with this. For Durant, I'm going to go a little bit more. And that's perfect for Durant. Perfect. This will fry really easily. Just for the onions, this little chopper is worth it for me, for the onions alone, because I have to spend quite some time chopping onions very finely. Now, what will it do with something that is a bit, you know, it's nearly at the point where I want to throw it in the compost, so it's a bit mushy here. Let's see what it does with a tomato that is mushy. There was a piece on the side. We'll chop it with that. So the skin I see, we're going to have to try and move that skin. I'm going to turn the tomato around and see if that helps. And I'm putting the skin from the previous half on top. Okay, we need to balance here. Let's try. Okay, that helped. There is some still in here, but I'll just put it in the center. Oh, what's this? Okay, so the skin of the tomato is not something that it likes a lot, so let's just turn it around. But there it is. If you just turn it the right way. Now, this is the first time I did a mushy tomato, but still we did get the results. We just had to change or turn the tomato around so the skin is towards the blade. But look at that. That's perfect. All right. So, do I recommend this little chopper? I definitely do. Does it save me time? A ton of time. Is it quality? From what I can feel and have experienced, it's really great quality. It's well built. The blade doesn't seem like it's going to be breaking any day. I feel no instability despite chopping really hard vegetables like carrots. And it's so easy. I mean, how long did that take us to chop all of this? If I had to do this by hand, much longer. And it's just seconds with onion, for instance. So definitely, I do recommend this chopper. You can go out and go buy it. Hopefully you get it on special as well. I don't know where you all can find this chopper. I found it at Yuppie Chef, and no, Yuppie Chef is not one of my sponsors. Yuppie Chef, if you see this and you want to, you're very welcome though. But anyway, so go have a look on the internet maybe, see where you can find it. Worth its money, and it's a great little thing. If you want to know anything more about this little chopper, just pop it in the comments and I'll answer you. If you found this video useful, give it a like, maybe a share as well. And remember to subscribe to see more self-sufficiency homesteading type of videos. Thanks guys, goodbye.